because I was the one buying the drugs.
Yeah.
That was a good show on Saturday at Old Noxie Poo. Did you have fun, Justin?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Justin's friends are very fun people. I saw your friends. I could tell how much younger you are than us because your friend was grinding on girls at the bar. And I'm like, I don't know the last time that I've saw a grinding happening ever. Like there was a band at Dempsey's and then just the kids grinding. And I was like, what is this thing? I couldn't even.
I remember a girl at First Ave. They used to have this party. It was a dude, Soviet Panda.
Soviet Panda.
That was his DJ name, Soviet Panda. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, I want to say it was like it couldn't have been every Saturday night. But either way, I was there with some friends, and then this girl that worked I worked at a pizza place, and there was a girl that worked at the salon next to it. And I saw her. She must have been so drunk because she like came up to me and was like excited to see me, which never happens, you know. And then she just turned around and like in the most sensual, like grinding way, she like had her hand like around like on my neck, and she's like moving her butt up and down on my frontal, and I was like, what the I mean, like she just said, hey, how's it going? And I was like, yo, what? People do this? Mm-hmm. And then I realized that I was indeed
one of the
rock
coolest.
I don't want to say, so I don't want to say.
Yeah, one of the coolest things I've ever seen was at State FFA in Fargo one time.
Okay, cool it, buddy.
My friends,
no one's ever started that.
Yeah, but
State
this
FFA?
was the coolest
Future
thing.
Farmers of America.
Yeah, so it's like a high school organization.
I know what it is now.
But
I didn't know it was called FFA.
Yeah, but then we're at a dance and like all these people in a circle grinding and stuff, and then I walked up and one of my friends was grinding with a girl, and he just looked at another girl and he like snapped his fingers and pointed at me, and then she started grinding on me. And I was just like, dude, that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I
That's
was
some
a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
That was actually a pig.
With lipstick on.
Yeah, they actually just dance with different farm animals at that.
Yeah, a lot of them do look like it.
That is really funny, though, just to be like, the coolest thing that ever happened to me was at FFA.
Was that the Future Farmers of America? Don't they have a whole magazine?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude, FFA dances actually were...
Dude.
I would imagine it'd be like...
The dances at FFA got wild in high school. It was like you go to State FFA, and the stories that you hear from there, I wasn't in FFA, but all my friends that went were always like, bro, you became a man at State FFA.
Dude, one time the Watford City kid got arrested because they were using tampons. They were soaking them in vodka and putting them up their butt because they thought they'd pass a breathalyzer. And he got hammered from that because it goes straight into your bloodstream.
Well, yeah, people die from that.
Dude, he passed out in a supply closet, and they found him at the dance.
It was only 7:45.
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone actually doing. I've always heard of like people saying to do that because then you can get drunk real fast. But yeah, you hear of kids getting alcohol poisoning from that.
Well, you gotta okay.
Also, how much vodka?
Yeah, well, I mean, enough to it soaks into the TP, you know, and then you got to shove it in your butt, and that's the part that would get me. Like, I could, hey, like a true story. When I was, we had a gross out contest. Me and my girlfriend, I forget, like this is a long time ago in high school, and like, I think like she spit in a cup and then drank it or something, and then like. She pulled out like a tampon and threw it in my Kool-Aid. Happened to be red Kool-Aid, and I was like, I grabbed it. Like I did that, right? But I'm not sticking that tampon in my butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta, because I feel like if it's filled with liquid, when you go to push it in there, it's gonna be like you ever squeeze a sponge? The liquid's just gonna come out, you know?
Yeah, you got to do like a real put all your fingies like.
Yeah, you got to like open it up, put it in, and then let it close around. You know.
Did you put it in for your buddy?
No, that was the Watford City kids, dude. I didn't do that.
What did you do?
I didn't drink at all.
You're like whiskey.
I didn't
Heck
drink
no.
at all. Yep.
And I know I would lose a gross out contest because just the idea of having a gross out contest made my skin crawl a little bit.
I saw you you were like, oh, and I was like, I didn't even say anything yet.
If you could make your skin crawl. If I saw someone's skin just crawl,
Yeah, how does your skin crawl?
that would gross me out.
I'd be grossed
Your
out.
skin just gets up and
It like does that thing where it's like
Yeah.
a horror movie and it's just like,
Yeah.
does it make noise when it crawls?
oh my god, I think it was the Giants receiver, or maybe it was a interception. Did you watch a lot of football this weekend?
Yeah.
Where that guy did the thing on his back, he scored a
Oh,
touchdown.
yeah.
Who was that again, or was it
It's
the Bills?
Cam Bynum. He used to play for the Vikings last year.
Was that the Giants?
He's on the Colts.
Colts, that's what it was.
Mhm. Yeah, he had a crazy celly this.
I don't even
this
know.
weekend.
I watched it being like, how do you even do that?
Yeah, I don't know. But then there's a video too, and he's been doing it since like 2015.
Really? Okay, wait, what's his name again?
Cam Bynum. But yeah,
What does
he's
he
been-
walk backwards or something?
No, he
he-
like goes on his
bro.
back and he did like this weird thing where he just like was throwing himself in the air.
Yeah, just come over here, Quay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I've seen like
I
the
watched-
upside down worm kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on his back.
Google it if you can't. See it right now.
I
Through
can.
your internet. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I watched too much football this weekend, dude. I think
I
I watch
couldn't-
every game. It's
Every
insane.
game.
Well, we were on Red Zone for the first half
Yeah.
of the.
I don't like red zone just due to
Weekend.
it switches too much for me.
What's
Yeah.
red zone? NFL red zone?
Yeah.
I kind of like it. It's like the Gen Z in me. It's just like it's like TikTok scrolling.
that is true, I guess, with you not being able to just sit and watch one game. But it like when teams get in the red zone, then it switches over to that game.
yeah,
so you're,
it
like,
just shows
always
all the
seeing the-
highlights.
Oh yeah. I don't mind that. You know what I used to like?
What's
They had
that?
the NFL Network had a thing where you could watch the game. It was like maybe a day later, but they took out like all the commercials, all the timeouts. All the game was like literally like 45 minutes long, and you could watch the whole thing. It would be like snap, fumble, and then they instead of like all the analysis, they would just cut to the next play. And it was like, yes,
That is nice.
that's
That
what I
is
want.
crazy.
I left last night. We were sitting at the sports bar watching the game.
Don't tell me. Don't.
And I left in the third quarter. I was like, this game's over.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone keeps texting me like, why did you leave?
Yeah.
This is insane.
My buddy, I posted on the FBs on the social meds because I got home, turned on the game, and I'm not even kidding. When I turned on the game, dude drops back, throws it. I mean, the easiest interception anybody's ever
Yeah.
seen. And I was like, all right then. And I just turned it off and I was like, I'm going to go keep doing what I was doing.
Yep.
And then my buddy texted me this morning and he was like, dude, your post didn't age well. And I was like, why? What
Yeah.
happened? Like, geez. All right. Well,
Especially,
okay.
yeah, especially because right when that happened, that's like the first time that J.J. McCarthy audibled the call. And he's like, oh, whoa, dude, check down. Gets it all audibled and then just throws the worst interception of all time for a pick six.
Yeah, it was a pick. So I was like, yo, what? Like, I can't.
Yeah, I just saw like 1,000 posts just being like, "Oh, JJ McCarthy's first touchdown pass is in the NFL."
I was just, there's so many crooked dong commercials.
Yeah, what are you talking about with that?
Cricket.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I saw
apparently.
that post,
For
but I
any
didn't
of the
under...
commercials, there's commercials. It's like a guy texting his friend, and it's like, "Hey, is yours crooked?" And he's like, "What? No." And they're like, "You should be able to talk about this. It's common in men that there's crooked genitalia."
That's
and
a thing?
There was 45 commercials for it last night.
No.
I missed all
I
of
just
that.
blank out when
They're-
the commercials come on.
They're like, it's called this.
Crooked dong. Is that a? You know what? People, that's been going on for years because people often talk about like it leans to the left or like it, whatever. But I have heard of stories where it like goes straight out from the base and then takes like a hard right or left. Mm-hmm. No pun
Yeah.
intended. But I mean, it's just like, definitely something happened on one side of it and it made it like, you ever see a plant that's growing and then all of a sudden like they move the location and the sun's over there now and the plant's like
Yeah,
yeah, like that's
well,
exactly.
I was sitting at the bar when I made that post because the people around me. I go, "What's up with all these crooked dong commercials?" And everyone's like, "I have no idea. I haven't seen these before." And then the bartender said that when she was coming back from some festival or something a couple of years ago, she downloaded an app and just every commercial that came on was that. I'm like, this is crazy. They played it one after the other last night. And then
well, it's a huge problem.
I won in every 10 men, I guess. And then a little bit later, after I've seen that commercial like 7 times, this guy looks over at me in the bar. He's like, "Oh, Blaise, I just saw that commercial. Then I just saw your Facebook status. Looked up and the commercial was on." I'm like, "I know. It's insane. Watch it next Monday night." I couldn't. And dude, it's the commercial is just a guy texting his friend and goes, "Hey, mine is crooked. Is yours too?" or something. And then a branch falls on his car for some reason. And then it's just like the guys playing football and looking at each other like, "Don't worry, it's okay to talk about it."
So what are they advertising then?
It's for like peers. It starts with a P.
Yeah, like is it? So are they saying that they can fix it?
I'm guessing so, but I don't know. It said that it's like crooked because of scar tissue. But then I'm also like, why are you getting scar tissue? Why are you getting so much scar tissue?
Because
What are you doing, brother?
Crazy. Enough scar tissue to just make it go like 90 degrees to the left.
Well, yeah, I want to know how crooked it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how crooked is an issue too, because like it's just a little bit.
Everyone's a little crooked. If it's just a straight shooter, I think that's weirder.
if you're just like, well, is it scar tissue because of botched circumcision?
That's what I don't know.
Because there's a so I listen to NPR a lot, and there is a lot of commercial breaks where they're like, I wish I could remember the name of the law firm, but there's a law firm that handles litigation for infants in the area of circumcision litigation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what kind of babies don't know? You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? They're handling the litigation for infants. Like, the infant's not going to be like, hey, Schwabel and Getz, can you... You know what I mean? Is that the law firm? Is there a law firm, Schwabel and Getz, around here?
I have no idea.
There's probably one.
Yeah. So you just throw 2 last names together.
I was going to say, you can say
pretty
whatever. Kautzman and Belcher.
Nice. We're lawyers.
Yeah.
If you have legal advice, call in and we'll legalize your advice.
Maybe we make that a
legal
bit
advice.
Every week we
I'm
have
in.
someone call in for legal advice from Kautzman and Belcher.
Kautzman and Belcher.
That'd be
Attorneys
nice.
at law, dude.
Yeah. Oh, darn tootin'. We should start doing that.
What is the title for an attorney? I mean, I know it's attorney, but like
Esquire.
ESQ. Bill S. Preston, Esquire,
no.
Ted Theodore Logan.
Attorney might be like ATTN or something.
That's
Or
attention.
That's attention. Yeah.
I guess what would you type in for that? Letters after a lawyer's name?
I have no idea.
Peyronie's disease.
ESQ.
Ah, he's right.
ESQ for Esquire.
Dang. I'm like the trivia master, dude.
Yeah, well, what's a curved wiener called?
It depends which way it's going.
Right.
Rand Paul.
Did you say Rand Paul?
As if it leans right.
Yeah,
Like, it's bad.
The RFK
Rand
wiener.
Paul doesn't lean right. He's like the most libertarian man in the world.
Yeah. So that's if it's straight, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, he's the one that's literally right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's called Peyronie's.
Peyronie's disease, yeah.
Yep.
But it's also, I want to know, they say that scar tissue there has to be something going on. What are you doing that you got that much scar tissue?
Wait, so if that's
You're
Peyronie's, what's pepperonis?
Another type of meat.
What's a pierogi?
That's what I was thinking.
It can lead to pain, apparently. Let's see. You have to have, risk factors include older age. So older people have it, family history of the condition. Let's see.
Oh, you hit me right in the Perogies.
Yeah. It doesn't say like how you would get it like at a young age. And also I think they're running out of things to like medically advertise cures for. You know what I mean? Like they can't say like everything has a cure. Like there's some stuff that like I'll be honest. I don't know.
I have Peyronie's disease.
1 in 10 men is affected. Well, 1 in 3 in this room. No, I'm just kidding. What do you call it? Like, I've never known anyone with like severe plaque psoriasis, but I see those commercials all the time, and I'm like, how many people actually have this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how many people does it really affect? I'm sure that not to discredit the people that it does, but I'm just saying, on a day-to-day basis, I see that commercial 10 times more than I see anybody who has plaque psoriasis.
Except the people that have it under control because of all the commercials they saw about it.
Well, even as
it wasn't for those commercials.
The only one time I remember I went to school with a girl who was, she had like it was a birthmark. She had a big birthmark, like a red, like some people have like a little strawberry birthmark or whatever, like on their shoulder or whatever. Hers was like giant and on her face. And it was, I'm sure, very hard for her, you know, to be like presenting herself at school every day. Yeah. But then she got like some sort of treatment and it went away for like, I don't know, it was like a good month and a half or something. And you could tell she was a completely different person, but then it started to come back.
Yeah.
But that's not plaque psoriasis. I don't know what that was.
You should have named it Big Bertha, Mark, if you wanted to name.
Well, I mean,
this is Big Bertha, Mark.
Her last name, Mark.
Yeah.
This is Bertha Mark. I wonder what the legal ramifications of getting that removed are. We could look it up in our series of law books that are behind us because we're lawyers.
Yeah.
We're thinking about partnering with Van Berkom Law.
Yeah.
But
get out the cane versus the state from 1967 case so we can study it for
the case of Kane versus
North Dakota.
Kane versus North Dakota says right here that if one person is charged with the crime, all people connected to that person can be
all people connected
to that well, like if you're part of the, I'm trying to think of the RICO case. They always reference it in movies nowadays.
Yep. I was thinking, I'm like, if you're connected to this person at all, you're guilty. the six degrees of separation would really screw you over on that one.
Well, the 6 degrees of separation. Can I get in trouble for Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, I mean, depends how
we're connected.
Yeah, how do you think we could get from you to Alec Baldwin?
Let's see. We definitely got to go through Josh Duhamel, I'd say.
No, you've seen in Hawaii, who's the most famous person that you saw at the coffee shop or talked to?
Yeah, well, the most famous person, I'd say probably at one time, I think the most famous person was Heather Graham, probably.
Well, I don't know who that is.
I know. She's not around anymore. Like, she was like she was in a lot of movies. She's Roller Girl in that movie.
You probably know her from The Hangover. She was like
She was in The Hangover?
She was the stripper who the guy who lost his tooth hooked up with.
Heather Graham?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, no. I checked out on movies and stuff. I switched to only YouTube in like 6th grade.
I thought for sure you were just going to say OnlyFans. I'm like, of course.
I checked out to only Pornhub.
Yeah. I'm completely out on movies. I only do OnlyFans. Okay, wait. Heather Graham. Let's see if she's just in Alec Baldwin movies.
Yeah, this might be closer than we thought.
I know.
They're married. Heather Graham's married to Alec Baldwin. Like, oh, I didn't know
he was
that.
just there, too. You just didn't recognize him?
Oh, she starred with William Baldwin in his 2007 film Adrift in Manhattan, who's brothers to Alec. We got you to Alec Baldwin way too quick.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, yeah.
It is cool, though. Like, there's like that saying or whatever where it's like you're only 5 handshakes away from like anybody in the world.
Yeah, 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's too early for this, dude.
Well, you did wake up
Just
for
because
it.
it's wake up for this. You could wake up for this at like noon. We could do that.
Well, we couldn't because this is our studio time.
Yeah, we can't just come in whenever we want, you know.
What's Yeah, how late did you stay? He said he had a party last night, so I was like, oh, there's no way he's waking up. He's going to be up grinding too much.
Oh, yeah. No,
A
my
party,
friend
was
is
it at a
moving
bar?
back to Minneapolis, but we just went to his apartment for the game. But I didn't stay up too late.
Yeah.
I just couldn't sleep. I was just up on Twitter just tweeting at everybody who tweeted mean stuff about J.J. McCarthy.
Update. Let's bring up some of those tweets. Did you actually tweet it?
No, there's just like, I got a burner account, but I don't use it. I don't like really use it. But I was just tweeting update on everybody who was saying like J.J. McCarthy sucks.
And then you just take the screenshot their face.
Am I on?
I rediscovered my love for trolling too since I've been unemployed. That is fun.
Man, you're just
It's way too much.
you're just
fun.
like Kyle's dad in South Park.
Yeah. Dude, you just make people mad online, dude.
Dildo Bagans,
that's a
69.
No,
Did
what my strategy is, I'd go like, I'd make my username like Mega Man, like Trump, and then I just tweet like liberal stuff, and both people get mad. If you just named like Mega Man, and then you're like, we should have universal health care. People on both sides are just like, what's wrong with you?
Mega Man 47.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Mega Man.
I just conquered Mega Man not that long ago by taking down that troll. No, not even the video game. I just had such a harsh. That's why JVB hasn't been trolling for so long, because I took him down so hard. He cried from his burner account.
Dude, you said Twitter, and I was like, you know what? I haven't been on Twitter in a long time, so I just opened it back up, and then I like looking through the people that I follow, and they're all like people that somebody would have followed in like, I don't know, 2007, 2008.
Oh, yeah, it really died off.
Yeah, like I'm like, Currency, he was a rapper that was on Adult Swim. You know
Wow.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Last night there was a lot of people actually being like, okay, I never thought I'd say this, but put Carson Wentz in. Like the whole first half. Everyone at the bar was saying that too. And I was like, you idiots could have had Aaron Rodgers for $10 million. And you passed up for this trash. And for the whole first 3 quarters, we were looking around. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to your team for super cheap, and you guys didn't do it. You could have had a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, but how much time does he have left?
1 year. I think it would have been a
It'd have been
one-year
a year
contract.
yeah, but like with the possibility of an extension or something. But like,
But he went. Did you watch him for Pittsburgh yesterday? He started off just amazing. It was just like he played a stellar football yesterday. Just coming up, like going in there and just everything. It was just a shootout. Him versus the Jets.
Yeah.
And
He had 4 touchdowns and no picks for the first time since like 2020.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. And I was like, this could have been the Vikings. Like,
Yeah, but
and you guys have this. Well, and their team is so stacked with everyone that why not bring in a veteran quarterback rather than a guy who got hurt, who's pretty much on his rookie year?
Yeah. He's younger than like all the QBs who got drafted this year too.
Yeah.
So he's like really young, but
Yeah, they should do the system like the Packers, where they just have. They always just bring in new quarterbacks, where the Packers have had 3 quarterbacks in the last 25 years
Yeah.
because they actually just develop them under the good quarterback. So it's
Yeah.
like maybe, and then the fourth quarter came and
well, what are they doing now? Because I
believe in
don't
him.
follow a lot of football, but I know that Aaron Rodgers is not a fan of Green Bay anymore,
he's
or hasn't been for
he
quite a while.
doesn't care as much about Green Bay. He definitely doesn't like the Jets.
yeah.
The Jets were worse to him than Green Bay.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles the first year, and then he played last year, and he didn't do that well. And then he tried to get everyone fired on his way out of the building, and then they beat him the first week. And then after the game, he was like, "Oh, I'm just excited to beat everyone in the Jets organization."
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, they
half
started
the people are new because you got them fired.
because they started firing other people before, not just him. I don't think it was all just him. He put down like a list of people to get though, and they got him, which was good the first year. But then the owners fired all those people that he was like more cool with. Mm-hmm. So then he didn't like anyone, and then they just made him fly to New York from California to just be like, "Oh, we don't want you on the team anymore." He's like, "You could have just had this be a call." So he was upset about that. They handled like everything terribly. So then after the game yesterday, because it was Pittsburgh versus the Jets. And Justin Fields was on Pittsburgh's team last year, and Aaron Rodgers was on the Jets last year.
So they just
They're
swapped.
like a wife swap.
Yeah, they just went on a shootout against each other and both balled out. And then afterwards, Aaron Rodgers in his press conference was like, I have nothing good to say about anyone with that organization. Which is just the best quote ever. It's like, not one person do I have a good thing to say about.
Well, isn't he very outspoken about how he doesn't like just some people in general? Like, as far as I know, he's always been like, yeah, these dudes suck, or like, I hate that guy, or whatever.
I don't know if he was always kind of like that. That started more so with COVID vaccine.
Yeah, because he said he got immunized, but he never got the COVID shot.
Yeah.
But he like just got exposed to the virus or something. Like he literally had his friend who had COVID like come over
And cough
like,
in his mouth like.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been immunized."
Smart man, right there, man. You got to just work those logistics to your.
Mm-hmm. But
you just got to know how to talk.
Yeah, you gotta.
Smooth.
Dang.
Because then you got to keep playing football.
I remember. Well, he used to date Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, he started, like, performing poorly, and people were like, well, Olivia Munn's the reason. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure his girlfriend is not the reason he's not doing well as a quarterback.
Well, they said the same thing about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, the guy who won the Super Bowl. The guy who yelled at his coach and was like, don't ever take me out of the game again. That's what happens when you take me out.
that is what you need from like your wide receiver one, though. You need them spazzing if they don't get the ball quick.
Yeah.
Like there's a dude on the Giants, this dude Malik Neighbors, and he didn't get the ball in like the first quarter, and he is screaming at the head coach on the sideline, like in his face. Then the head coach like tried to say something to cheer him up, like, "Oh, we'll get you the ball," and like went for the high five, and the dude just ignored him. You just see him being like, "All right, man,
Okay,
like, get out there."
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't play I mean, like, I see it in sports. They don't play their best people. I get, like, you don't want them to get hurt, but, like, why are you going to take... Well, are you going to take your third string guy and be like, you're in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, they're playing him. He just wasn't getting the ball.
Yeah.
So, like, the scheme wasn't necessarily... But that's also a lot of the quarterback, too, because the quarterback has the read, so he might just not be able
Well, it's also funny when they're, like, the only good player, so there's just two guys on him at all times, and then he's still being like, why aren't you throwing me the ball?
Right.
That's why Justin Jefferson is the man, because he's just like, well, I'm taking people away for other people to do stuff. Because last year there was, like, multiple games where Justin Jefferson just didn't really do anything because he was getting double and triple teamed, and then everyone else is like...
I'm wide open for that because they got three people over there. But that's the thing, like with Adrian Peterson, they would always like, Adrian's going to run the ball. And like, that dude runs 3 yards at a time. Like, stop giving him the ball. Everybody knows you're going to give him the ball. And then they just rush him and they tackle him.
3 yards at a time, though, that's scoring you. That's more than a first down each time.
Well, you know, also running backs is weird because like dudes like that, like he'll just break one for 75 on a touchdown, and it's like you gotta just keep giving it to him just in case.
And then he breaks his leg. You're like, oh, dang, whoops.
Only he took out all his aggression at home
with his kids in a Switch.
Yeah,
there's some kids he doesn't even know about.
Yeah, and that was before a Nintendo Switch. So
yeah, I mean, he beats his kids with electronics.
Yeah,
good thing they're smaller now because he used to hit them with VCRs.
Drop one of the big box TVs on.
Oh yeah. Just those huge back projection ones. He's like, lay under this. I'm pushing it on you. Oh, man.
Bang.
It is crazy how... You know what? I had a dream last night.
Go on,
I just
Martin
thought about
Luther.
this. I just had a dream last night that we were at a place looking over, and there was like a 55-inch tube TV. And I was like, whoa, where'd you get a tube TV like that? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, it's kind of outdated, but pretty sweet you have it. And they're like, it still works. And that was like my whole dream.
Nice.
There's a tube TV at the lake place. We have a big, I mean, it's dumb. It's huge. It's so heavy. And it's just like you turn it on and it takes a second to warm up. And it makes a noise. And like, oh, man. It's downstairs. No, it's up in the loft now, but there used to be the big TV, the big square one with the wood panels and whatnot. And then there was a smart TV on top of it in which you could like lift with one hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know, it was funny. On last Thursday, we had shows in Langdon. Langdon, North Dakota has one of the nicest wine and like classy bars that I've been in.
Okay.
It's like a wine bar, and then the guy who owns it was like, "I'm great." I was like, "They call me Bourbon Bob." I'm like, cool, Bourbon Bob. Pretty eccentric man. And then he... That was a very smooth drink there, JVB.
The bottle started crushing, dude. I don't know what to do.
But, yeah, this guy's like, they call me Bourbon Bob after your sets will make you a nice old-fashioned. And, dude, he like, muddles everything in front of you and then, like, uses, like, nice bourbons to make everything. Has, like... puts cherry wood on top and smoke. It takes like 8 minutes for him to make this drink for you, and he like explains what he's doing through everything. Great drink. The wine is like expensive. There's like all those rich farmers' wives up there, so it makes sense. But I could not believe how nice this place was. I took that guy's daughter-in-law to prom in high school.
Nice.
In high school.
Okay.
Mind you. I know his son.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
Last year, it was crazy.
Yeah. I know his son and obviously his daughter-in-law. But when I got there, he was like, "Oh, you're Blaise. You took my daughter-in-law to prom." I was like, "Oh, yeah. Usually that would be like, that's how I know you." He must have brought it up 6 or 7 times, and it's the one time he was even like, "I'm like, oh, so how's like what's his name doing?" He's like, "Oh, he's got his hands in a lot of stuff. He's doing this with construction and this." And he's like, she didn't end up with a comedian. I was like, dude, I took this girl to prom. This was not like, that was the extent of it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't go on a date or anything any other time. It was just like, my prom date, who was my friend?
Yeah.
It wasn't even like anything other than like a friend. Oh, you want to go to prom?
Yeah, we
Sure.
didn't even hold hands, sir.
Yeah, we didn't. And then,
We
dude,
went straight to smashing, and she saw my Perogies disease.
Perogies disease. When you eat too many Peronis.
Perogies. You know, I don't. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, dude. But then his wife came out later too. To like, she was at the front of the bar because I don't know. We're in the bar while the show is going on, the event center part or whatever, you know. Sitting back there, getting our old fashions.
HJs.
Yeah, those two. Old fashioned. What's the difference?
Yeah.
But then his wife came up, and I'm like, "Oh, are you married to this guy?" And she's like, "Yeah, so you're the one that took my daughter-in-law to prom, huh?" And I'm like, "What is going on?" That was literally over half my life ago. Well, not quite, but right around there.
Yeah. But
I'm
still.
like, yeah, that was 17 years ago.
Why are people bringing it up often? Yep. Well, old drinks like that, like the old fashions and stuff, like I've had a couple of them in my most recently we were at the really nice hotel downtown.
Rosewild.
Yeah, and they like my drink had the round glass, and it had this giant square ice cube in there, and then they made the drink on top of that. But before I had an old fashioned, this lady had a collection of whiskeys. Like her husband had it, and then he has passed on, and then she just basically got all these whiskeys, but they were like really nice, like $100 bottles, $500 bottles, or whatever. He's been collecting them for whatever long period of time. And then she was like, "I'll make you an old fashioned." Like, we were just kind of partying at her house. And she made, I think it was her new boyfriend or whatever, but he made like the drink with the ice cube, like open the freezer, like just at his house, and was like doing all this stuff and like zesting an orange. Like, it was like, what? But then I took a drink, and I'm not like a connoisseur, so I don't know what I was drinking, except for I knew it was like an old fashioned or Tom Collins, maybe. I don't remember. But like, I was like, oh my God. Oh, God, yeah, jeez, this is tough. And I drank it, but it was, I couldn't, like, it could have been the worst one in the world, and it could have been the best one in the world, and I wouldn't have known the difference.
Oh, yeah. This was one where Folsabach and I both looked at each other and said, if we didn't have to drive back tonight, we would just be. They were all on the house, so we're like, we would be 8 of these deep.
Yeah. But you don't have that kind of time. They take 8 minutes.
I
That'd
know.
be 80 minutes of
Well, we would have just drank beers while waiting for each one getting made.
reminiscing about
Doubling
prom.
up. Yeah. I'm taking your next daughter to prom.
You've been having another daughter so I can take her to prom.
Yeah. That was so wild, though, because I was even looking at Nate being like, this doesn't seem like a friendly thing. It seems like this guy is upset with me.
Yeah. Yeah. And he made you, the drinks had rat poison in it.
Yeah.
Maybe they were old-fashioned and they thought you were going to marry her after that. Now they're mad.
Well, it was their daughter-in-law.
Oh,
So they wouldn't even know who she was.
that is crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They're like, you messed up my son-in-law's, my son's, he was supposed to be the first one. Like, she was supposed to be a virgin, but you went in there first.
I didn't even do
I know.
Of that.
Well,
It was just-
I know that now, but I would just have to assume. Although I didn't make love on my prom either, so
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense that there'd be no.
I don't know, dude. All the cool stuff that happens in high school just never happened for me. And like, I was always like, oh yeah, like college, it's gonna be sweet. You go to all these parties and stuff. And then like, I was just lame at college, and I was like, oh, I guess college for me is just watching sports with my friends.
That's what it is for everyone.
They make it seem like the movies aren't accurate. Like every once in a while, you end up at a party. Like I honestly think. Like, I skipped a couple years before I went to college, and then, like, I think I went to more parties outside of college. Like, not being in college, like, I would go to, like, we were at frat parties, all kinds of stuff. And then eventually when I went to college, and I was like, yeah, I'm just hanging out,
Yeah.
I'm studying, doing books.
We had parties all the
Doing
time.
books.
Yeah, doing books. You guys ever do books here? I'm in college. You want to do books?
For having to
I
do
didn't go
books
to a good college.
Yeah. Went to a college.
I went to doing books college. That's
Yeah.
funny.
We had parties all the time, though.
Dude,
And then
that truck keeps driving by and it's driving me crazy. It says NDS, it's the Bison truck, but it's got Mountain Dew, and that's like the 5th time it's driven up
Really?
and down the
I
street.
actually to go back and forth.
Yeah,
too.
I'm
Like
like,
probably
what?
just trying to listen in to what we're talking about to be like,
Yeah, you can listen online, bro.
yeah.
You can be anywhere in the world
Guys,
and listen.
don't worry. And they're like, they're on to us.
Oh, they see us. They see us. Well, you're in a bright yellow truck.
Yeah, this is where they try to take us down from all the Rico stuff that we're
The
doing.
Rico, there's a whole undercover unit in there, and it's like 3 guys with Peyronie's disease. And they're like, all right, enough of this.
I bet they just ran over somebody and they're waiting for you guys to start up the loss or the law segment.
They're like, we keep trying to call in for a question about the law.
Was that like vehicular manslaughter? Like,
Yeah.
how do I get off?
And what if that cut me off?
Oh, man.
We're like, don't tell anyone that. Then there's no way you're getting off.
Yeah.
Then they'll think that you tried to do it on purpose.
Yeah, if they think you did, it was like voluntary manslaughter is
Yeah.
way worse than involuntary.
I think if it's voluntary, it's murder.
Right.
Homicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's I think it's always involuntary manslaughter.
Not always.
I guess no.
Like
But
if
I
you hit
think-
somebody with your car on accident, that's involuntary because you're like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but it happened. Like I think if you kill somebody drunk driving, that's like involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah.
But if you are like, yo, I hate that dude, and you run him down with your car,
But that's homicide.
that's awesome.
That's homicide.
Yeah, homicide, not awesome. Yeah, I'm
Because
sorry.
like they have all that Jerry Seinfeld and stuff has that like old bit where he's like, it's crazy that manslaughter is a lesser charge than it's homicide because it sounds way worse. Like,
Yeah.
slaughtered a man.
Man's laughter.
Yeah. I put the laughter in manslaughter.
That's some. I feel like the Joker would say that.
Maybe he would.
Although it wasn't until recently, I think, that the Joker actually killed anybody.
I think Batman. Whoa.
People are like, how come you have your phone on silent all the time? And I'm like, that's why. It's a sweet ringtone, but like,
I'm trying to think what. I forgot what I was going to say. I was trying to think of what I was thinking.
That's always tough, dude.
I know.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what I was thinking.
I didn't read enough good books.
Yeah, you weren't book learning in collage.
Yeah, I don't do books anymore. I just do documentaries, and that's it.
What's the latest documentary you watched?
This one? Oh, have you seen Unknown?
This one?
Have you seen Unknown Number on Netflix?
Yes,
Dude,
I have.
That one is insane.
I haven't seen it. You
You
guys are
haven't?
going to go on a rampage talking about it,
Oh
and
my
I haven't
god,
seen it.
dude!
Dude, that's like the craziest thing I've ever seen.
So wild. Do you know the basis of it or anything? Clay?
Well, I'm from the memes and such. I just it seems like this lady was harassing another person to the point of like death or something. I'm not sure.
Oh man, I want to just tell you.
You can because I probably won't watch it.
You know who it is? Her daughter.
She's catfishing her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend on text for 2 years straight.
Yeah. And then going to the cops and being like, "We don't know who's doing this. My daughter's like."
The cops couldn't figure it out, but you know who
she
did?
was using like. Dude, the cops finally went to the FBI after a couple of years. They kept going to the school. They kept going to the school and saying that there must be some kid here like bullying my child and her boyfriend because her boyfriend was getting texts like, you should really dump whatever Natalie or whatever because she sucks. And it's like, then look at the stuff we could do. She doesn't even put out for you and says some of the most sexually aggressive things
To her 14-year-old daughter.
14.
to her 14-year-old daughter and 14-year-old daughter's boyfriend. That was like, yeah, you should be doing, dude, this, her vernacular.
The
too.
worst
the
words-
words that she uses, she says the word cream a lot.
The worst one ever, though, was when she said creamy. Like, he makes me creamy. I was
Yeah.
like, that's insane, dude.
It almost sounds like what a 14-year-old would say to people, but it's a 45-year-old mom talking to his daughter. And dude, you don't. Yeah, she's like, you couldn't do what I would do with him. You should dump. Then she's just like, kill yourself to the daughter, and so she's like, she's telling her daughter to be like, you don't deserve him. Why are you? She's like, we're gonna get you if you don't. Like, it's insane. And dude, the mom. This is the craziest thing about the documentary. They had the mom in it through the whole time, being like, and you don't know that it's her. And so she's saying the story being like, yeah, so my daughter came to me and said that she was getting these messages and that her boyfriend Owen are getting these messages. And it's crazy and she can't go to sleep at night. That's all she thinks about. And so we had a meeting with the superintendent. We had a meeting with Owen's parents. And they were getting the school involved. It goes on for 2.5. It keeps telling you the timeline of all this stuff happening. It was even like being like, your daughter's body is gross, like you're flat and stuff. You're like,
Nobody wants your flat butt.
Yeah. and then they're like, and then the FBI agent goes, well, yeah, they were using this app Pinger, and then we got a warrant for that app to be like, okay, where are those numbers actually getting pinged from?
Yeah.
One consistently came up, and they're like, it couldn't be. And then it's just the mom coming out of the shadows that they were interviewing the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, it was me.
And then the craziest part about the whole thing, though, is after she's been caught, like, she barely starts admitting it, but then after she's been caught and she starts explaining why she did it, she's like, well, it's like one of those things, like, if you drive drunk, like, no, you don't always get caught, but then, like, I just got caught when I did it. And it's like, driving drunk is not the same as texting your daughter to kill yourself for 2 years straight.
It's just,
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's the wildest thing.
Like, she's texting her daughter being like, kill yourself, while she's like hugging her being like, oh, sorry, honey. Like, we're going to find these people.
And then the dad finds it. The cops call the dad and are like, yeah, it was your wife the whole time. He's like, what?
He's like, I'm
then
sorry.
He comes back and he's like, so what else have you been lying to me about? Turns out that lady hadn't had a job in like 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. And then she was just sitting at home texting her daughter all day instead of working. And he's like, you weren't working for this? And she's like, no. He's like, we have 2 houses. How are we afford it? We're going to lose everything. Like, totally ruined this other guy's life too. And she's just like, can we just... He's like, call your parents right now and have them pick you up because I can't be around. This is insane.
I'm going to kill
she goes,
you. Yeah.
She goes, I think that there's can I just stay a little bit? He's like, no, what? She's so delusional. And then she only got charged with stalking.
Yeah, so she only got 18 months.
She got 18 months, and dude, like not like harassment and all this stuff, just a charge for stalking the one kid, and then stalking
the other kid. Yeah,
stalking.
but
for both of them. But from all the stuff that she was, dude, it seems like she's in love with that 14-year-old boy when she was texting him.
That's the vibe I was getting from when you were explaining it.
And then they didn't like do anything with that. All like the gross stuff that she was sending. Yeah. To a 14-year-old boy, it was.
I was just thinking, like, imagine if a 40-year-old dude texted a 14-year-old girl, like, I'm gonna make it creamy. They would like throw him under the jail, and then she just got off for nothing.
Throw him. Under
she got
the
off
jail.
all right. Well, here's the thing. You know why she got off? Kautzman and Belcher, attorneys at law. We're so good. We got all this stuff reduced to just a simple stalking charge.
Kautzman and Belcher.
Yup. Yeah, you need some lawyering up? We got you. You know what I mean?
We should make a commercial for that. And for some reason, we're doing Taekwondo.
We can't do that, though.
if the foot's up at the same time. Because then you're doing a kick.
Yeah.
So looks like you're trying to do a toe toucher.
Yeah.
The cheerleader move. Dude, one time, my mom used to be a cheerleader in high school, and we were at my grandma's house for Christmas, and my sister was a cheerleader at the time in high school, and she was like, we were all kind of making fun of my mom for being like unathletic and stuff, and then she's like, I can still do a toe toucher, and she jumped like literally half an inch off the ground, and then just fell down and pissed her pants. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Poor mom.
That does stink.
That does, yeah.
My dad's 81, and he can genuinely still jump up and double click his heels.
Dang.
It's insane.
Like, I don't know if I can, like, click. Like, I can jump up and tap them, but I've never tried to double, like, pap. No. That's a quick reflex.
Dude, my mom was the homecoming queen in Dickinson State University.
Nice.
And that was when, you know how there's like the commanders, and they used to be, well, there was the
Chiefs,
well, still
the Indians,
Chiefs.
It used to be the Redskins.
The Redskins, and now it's not the Indians, it's the, that starts
Guardians.
with the C2. Yeah, Guardians.
It's the Guardians?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so Dickinson State used to be the Savages.
Oh.
In like
that one is crazy.
Must have been like the 60s. And my mom was the homecoming queen, but they didn't have a homecoming queen. They had the Savage Princess. And then they put a headdress on my mom and like dress her like a Native American princess. And then like so in the parade, my mom is just dressed up in Native culture.
Yeah.
And paraded around.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. My mom's white.
Yep.
My mom's very Norwegian.
Well, she is the homecoming. She's the savage queen.
Yeah. Imagine
savage
that
princess.
Today that would not fly.
No, I think it would.
Yeah.
Like over where she like there's some parts of this like
now
the country where that's still like nobody cares.
No, they're the Blue Hawks now.
Yeah, but probably because of national pressure.
But even if they got that far,
one day
crazy.
people are going to be like, Blue Hawks, why do they got to be blue?
Yeah, now they make them dress up like a blue bird. They just completely...
She's like,
the bluebird princess.
I'm a beautiful woman with a gorgeous body, and you make me wear this stupid bird suit. Like
actually,
I look like the Fargo Red Hawks guy.
No, they actually just have a big bird costume spray painted blue. So it's even worse. And then they make like the hunky, nice quarterback not wear anything and just come up beefy and
He's
hot.
got like a loincloth that's made out of deer skin. I was like, oh, well, it's synthetic deer skin as for animal rights and stuff. People made us.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is crazy, dude. The Savages is just insane.
I think in Battle Lake they have is it Battle Lake or Detroit? I think it's Battle Lake. They have a Native American statue. And there's two of them actually. A Native American statue, but he's definitely doing like the Nazi salute. Like I'm sure there's a picture of it, and it's like you can tell he's full on Native American, and that one arm is just up. Like it's like he's waving, but like his hand is angled as such, and you're like, what the? You can't. But then if you drive to another small town just a little bit further, there's a statue of Ronald Reagan at a horse, like one of those bars you tie up horses to, whatever, like right outside the saloon.
Yeah.
They have that wood, whatever, tying post. And yeah, it's Ronald Reagan. And he's supposed to be waving, I think, but he's not. He's definitely...
Dude, that must actually be something in Native American culture, though, because there's a bunch of different...
Okay.
I don't think, yeah. It's actually rude of us to say that that's just a Nazi salute. They kind of really did you dirty having that same salute.
Yeah. I wonder who did it first. Who did
Same
it
with,
first?
like,
Who did
the
it better?
Indian,
Well, probably the Native Americans, because that was the earlier times than the 40s.
That's true.
Probably from the 300 years ago before 1940.
It was actually pretty brutal.
Yeah, the Nazis kind of ruined a lot of stuff, dude. They
Yeah.
ruined like the swastika was like the Indian thing.
Yeah.
Hugo Boss, Volkswagen.
Yeah, hopefully that native salute didn't actually mean the same thing. And then they're like, native Nazi, what's the difference? I don't mean that.
Yeah.
It's just they both start with NA. So,
Like the beers.
yep. Beers and fears.
Not applicable. Pretty much sure that's all of it. Or North America.
North American. Well, I think that's pretty close. We're going to finish up here pretty soon here. Mark, what, you got that roast battle stuff? You going to release any of that footage from old Dilly Dog and Zachary?
Yeah, I want to. The thing is, like, I keep getting so far into editing it, and then I am about, like, I got a lot of it done, but not all of it. And then I also have that thing where, like I could never be, like, even back when I was a DJ, I would make a mixtape, and then I would never release it because I'm like, there's a part where I messed up right over here. Like, I would just never. So, like, I'm like, it's got to be perfect. And then, so I should, by the end of the day, get it done or just put it out. You know, I could just do the whole video, for Christ's sakes. You know, I don't have
Pretty
to.
much. Except Dylan might get canceled.
Yeah, I actually was going to cut that part out because of what I was like, Dylan, what the flip?
Out of all the stuff you can say, I'm just like, buddy.
Yeah, because you're, like, oh
Yeah.
my God, dude, you can't just say that's why. And I actually kicked out a guy. Well, he came back, but he said something about somebody being gay and then how they had poor life choices. And I was like, bro, go. You can't, no, stop.
Yeah.
You can't, that's not the reason, you know, you can't say that. You can't say that. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, I didn't know when I was sorry. And I was like, bro, no, you can't, no.
Exactly.
Zachary.
Okay,
It's a
right on.
self-deprecating joke.
We're having
Well, second prelims of the roast battle are Wednesday.
this Wednesday. Yup, come and check that out at the Cellar, 8 p.m. Nate Rowe versus Matt Smith. They've been friends forever, and now they're going to be mortal enemies.
Yeah. And other than that, not a ton of shows. I don't have that many shows this month, actually. But coming October, get ready. It's October 2nd at the Sandbox. October 3rd at Sabika. October 4th in Driscoll.
Sabika?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I might go to that one. I love Sabika.
Heck yeah. Okay, other than that, check out Front Street Tap Room for different old comedy shows going on.
Oh,
we
yes.
will see you next week. Oh, and this has been Justin Van Berkom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Justin's here. Hey, Justin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
JVB.